Now you're ready to take on the challenge of a grand torte. This Mont Blanc Torte is made with meringue layers with a beautiful chestnut cream filling. So let's start with those meringue layers. I've got 4 egg whites at room temperature in my mixing bowl, and I'm going to add to that a 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar. The acidity of cream of tartar allows the egg whites to stretch as you whip them. As I whip these, I'll add 3/4 cup of sugar gradually until it whips to a stiff peak. Beautiful. Nice, firmly whipped egg whites. This combination of whipped egg whites and sugar is known as a French meringue, and this torte is a classic French preparation. It gets its name Mont Blanc because it looks like and is named after the highest peak in the Alps. Mont Blanc sits right at the border of France and Italy. I filled my piping bag that's fitted with a plain tip at the bottom. Now I'm going to pipe circles using the French meringue. I've traced circles using a magic marker, flipped the parchment over so the marker is on the bottom of the page, and I've got 3 different sizes, a 7-inch circle, a 6, and a 5. Because as I assemble the torte, it's going to rise up to reach the summit of the Mont Blanc. Bake these in a low temperature oven, 250 degrees, and it takes about 90 minutes for them to bake fully. If you see they start to brown dramatically, then just crack open the oven door. You can see the meringue doesn't change shape too much as it bakes, but you have to let it cool completely before you assemble your Mont Blanc torte. So I have a batch of meringues already cooled. And you can see when you lift it, peel it away, that it's nice and crunchy. That layered with the chestnut cream, oh, is spectacular. So let me start with the whipped cream for this chestnut cream. So starting with a cup of whipping cream that I'll whip up just to a soft peak. When whipping cream, you may run into the challenge where you overwhip it by accident. You can tell it's overwhipped because it'll look more of a butter yellow tone and almost have the texture of ricotta. To fix this, all you have to do is pour in a couple tablespoons of fluid whipping cream. Whip it on low speed. It will melt the overwhipped whipped cream and bring it back to that point you missed the first time around. This is a tin of chestnut spread. It's a combination of chestnut puree plus the addition of a little sugar and vanilla. It's smooth and satiny and has a mild, nutty taste to it. So to start things off, I'm going to thin this out by adding an additional 1/2 cup of icing sugar. And I'll sift that in and then just stir it together. And there we go, that's been worked in. So now, 1/2 tub of mascarpone cheese. So this is an Italian sweet cheese. And I gently work this in. Mascarpone cheese is very rich, and so you don't want to overwork it. So folding it by hand is really easiest. A touch of vanilla, just a teaspoon. And now I'm ready to fold in 1/2 of this whipped cream. Not quite the full amount. I want to save the other 1/2 for the top of the torte. All right. Now to assemble the torte itself. You do want to assemble this on the plate you intend to serve it in. So I'll start with the meringue base, and then I'll fill my piping bag, this time fitted with a large star tip, with the chestnut cream. And so I'll pipe the chestnut cream around the outside first of the 7-inch meringue and then working inward. Now for the 6-inch meringue, to place gently on top and top it with the chestnut cream. The final 5-inch layer goes on top of that. And any last remaining chestnut cream. Give it a little height in the center there. Just like the peak of a snow-capped mountain, you finish with a dollop of whipped cream on top, cascading snow off the top of Mont Blanc. And for the finishing touch, just a fresh flurry of white chocolate shavings right on top. Oh, absolutely stunning. With a torte like this, we have reached the summit of desserts made using nuts.